We come to the section of compensation of employees. Compensation of employees mean that labor income means wages and salaries and any other sorts of payments that is received by employees or else labor. Okay, so the question will be like this: calculate compensation of employees. However, it may not come this direct question. It will come in those sections to calculate national income in form of income method and sorts of this. So we have to deal with this separately in order to understand what does compensation of employee really means. So I have written here 5 points. First is employees subscription to provident fund, traveling expenses on business tour, compensation received by injured workers from insurance company, employees contribution to social security schemes, interest free loan given to staff. So these 5 points are not included in calculation of compensation of employees. Fine. Now obviously there are reasons why these are not included. I am doing this as a crash course, so I am assuming that you all know that reason, and if you don't know, don't worry, just remember these 5 points are not included in compensation of employees, in calculation of compensation of employees. So how to calculate compensation of employees? See, there will be like this is the format. There will be many such points. There are 9 points over here. So the point that is included, you will tick mark it and you will going to add. I am helping you to do this. See, calculate compensation of employees. First is wages and salaries. So wages and salaries is a compensation. So see, wages and salaries are not over here. So wages and salaries we will consider. Okay, we will consider a factor of compensation of employees. So we are considering wages and salaries. Second, value of free housing facility. So value of free housing facility is also not mentioned over here among these 5 points. So we will also consider this. Third, subsidized food. Subsidized food is also not mentioned over here. Subsidized food we will consider. Employers contribution to social security scheme. Now look, we have here employees contribution to social security scheme. Employees contribution is not included in compensation of employees, whereas employers contribution is included in calculation of compensation of employees. So anything related to employers contribution is included, whereas employees contribution is not included. Okay. Third, commission paid to self staff included. See, commission paid to self staff is not over here. Traveling allowances paid to staff to travel to and from work. This is also included. See, here you have traveling expenses on business tour. Suppose your company is sending you to somewhere such as Bangkok or anywhere. So your company must pay you. So that is not a compensation to you. So this means that traveling expenses on business tour. But what does this mean? Traveling allowances paid to staff to travel to and from work. It means they are giving you transportation charges as well. So that is a compensation. So this is included. Interest free loan. This is again not included. See, interest free loan is given to staff. It's not included. So this will strike off. Will not include. Okay. Dearness allowance. Dearness allowance obviously is included. Dearness allowance, see, it's not over here. Employees contribution to social security. Employees contribution is not included. Employees contribution is not included. Remember that. Employers is included. So what we will do, we'll ignore this. We'll ignore this too and we'll just add up. 520 plus 20, 540 plus 10, 550. 550 plus 25 is 575 plus 15, 590 plus 5, 595 plus 5. We are ignoring 10 plus 5 is 600. We are ignoring 20. So compensation of employees calculation is nothing but 600 crore. See, this is mentioned in crore, okay, in crores. So 600 crores, that is your sum. So we'll ignore those things that are not included in compensation of employees, but we'll just add up the other things. So see, these are the 5 basic points that are not included. I am not saying these are the ultimate chart, okay. So this is the 5 basic points that are not included in compensation of employees. So just remember these 5. Usually among these 5 the question comes. Okay, so you don't need to worry about. Except for these 5, you are including everything in compensation of employees. So this is not the ultimate chart. You can refer to your book to add up more points over here. But usually, if you see the last 10 years, all these points are over there, and this usually comes. So we will not include these 5 points in compensation of employees. We will include the rest. So pause the video and note it down very nicely. Remember this is not included in compensation of employees. Other than these 5 points, everything is included. We are adding up, and these 5 points we are just ignoring. We will not do subtract. Okay, many people do that, but don't do. We'll just ignore it and calculate the rest. We'll ignore 10 and 20 over here. Pause the video to note it down.